I want to do a quick update video on the gun that I had to send back to Smith & Wesson for some finish repairs. If you remember, I had a 586 that the finish on it just wasn't right. The barrel was all glossy, the frame was all matte, and the cylinder was somewhere in between. Just in case you want to see what the actual issue was, I'll put a link up in the right-hand corner to the original video, so you can go over and take a look at the original video when I first actually called Smith & Wesson and recorded our conversation and let people see how they handled the issue. Well, they handled it very well that day. I think the guy's name was Dave, and he did a very good job on the phone. I mean, he wasn't the most excited, enthusiastic person in the world, but, he worked customer service, so the fact that he wasn't slitting his wrists while he was calling me names, that's pretty good in my book right there. So he told me, send in the gun, we'll take a look at it, we'll take care of it. It'll take probably 3 to 4 weeks. I thought, well, that's a little bit of a long time span, but, I've got other guns I can use while I send this back. And like I say, they are saying they're going to take care of it. So I'll send it back and I'll just wait. Well, I finally got around on Halloween to sending them the gun. I mailed it out on Halloween. They sent me a FedEx 2-day label, and I sent it back to them on Halloween day, which means they could have gotten it the next day, but probably the next day, which was Wednesday. In fact, when I got up on Wednesday, there was an email telling me that the gun had been received by their shipping department there at Smith & Wesson. So I knew they had gotten the gun either the night before or that morning. Well, I fully expected to not hear anything for, a few weeks. But Friday, I get a phone call, and I have forgotten the name of the person that called me. I wrote it down on something, but I'm always writing something on something. If I remember their name by the time I edit this video, I'll put it down below here. But they call me and they say, you know what? We refinished your gun, but we're not happy with the way it looks. The finish didn't take as well on the frame as we would like. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace the frame. But because we're replacing the frame, we're going to have to send it to an FFL. You'll have to go pick it up there, which was no big deal. The fact that they had refinished the gun and then actually looked at it and said, this doesn't meet our standards, and then actually did something more by replacing the frame made me pretty happy. Plus, it'd been like 2 days since they got the gun. So I figure, they're going to do this over the course of the next week or so or two, and I'll have the gun back in a couple of weeks. Well, the next thing the guy says to me is, send us the information for your FFL. We'll get this out to you as soon as possible. And I'm like, okay, that's good. Maybe it'll just be 1 more week before they get it out to me. Well, I send them the FFL information. I get a notification back on Monday saying the gun has been shipped to my FFL. And today, which is Wednesday, this is Wednesday the 9th, I believe. It's the night after the elections. And I get a letter from my FFL, not a letter, an email from my FFL saying, your gun's here, come get it. Well, I haven't had a chance to go in and get it yet. I'll go in and get it today. But if the gun looks good, I have to say I am impressed. From the time I sent them the gun to the time they received it was 2 days. From the time they received it to the time they fixed it was 2 days. And then they sent it out the next Monday. I probably believe that if that had been like a Wednesday when they told me they were going to do, the refinish job, they probably would have sent it out the next day. But I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But they sent it out the next Monday, and I got it the next Wednesday. The gun wasn't even out of my hands hardly a week. It was like a week and a day, a week and 2 days that the gun's been out of my hands, and it's already back to me, already fixed. Well, it's not actually back to me yet, but it's at my dealer waiting for me to pick it up today. Now, they even said on the phone, we're going to send you some swag for your trouble. We're going to send you sweatshirts, t-shirts, etc. What size sweatshirt do you wear? And I kind of gave them a subtle hint that I would actually rather have a hat than a sweatshirt by saying, I'd much rather have a hat than a sweatshirt. So they took my sizes. They said, oh, yeah, we got hats there, so we'll send you something. So hopefully there'll be a little box with some swag in it, too. I know some people hate that word, but I love the word swag because I like getting free shit. So I'm going to have to say, anyone that says Smith & Wesson customer service sucks, you're a moron. You're probably hard to deal with, and nobody could make you happy, because I can't believe that Smith & Wesson customer service isn't good. I've had to deal with them 2 or 3 times, and every time they've went way above and beyond. I like Smith & Wesson's product, and I love the service they give people that buy their product. So I'll be sticking to Smith & Wesson for some time to come. You ain't even my real dad.